Good morning, my friends. This is the Grimflayer. Hope you're all doing well. Playing another league match because the previous one against Tron was so quick. We've won the die roll. We will play first. And this hand is fine. Hand is fine in a blind game one. Opponent will keep 7 as well. Yep, so if you haven't watched the Tron video, then replays are still not functional as of right now, so we're just doing a little bit more live footage. Ooh, Inquisition, okay. Think I just play my ooze, though. Think I just play out the ooze here. It's hard to say what they're on. I'm expecting blue-white or Jeskai control. If it's Jeskai, then they can cleanly bolt the ooze here, but I want to be proactive. I want to play my threat. I want to be mana efficient, all that good stuff. Yep. Not great for us. Not great for us right there, but we'll see. If I just hit a... Well, definitely was looking for a land there. I think we just have to have a double discard spell turn here. Wow. Okay. That's pretty bad to whiff on that. That is for certain. We'll Thoughtseize. I guess we just take the Teferi, but this is going to be pretty brutal. They're considering cycling an Illumination here, I believe. And they will, okay. Makes sense, I don't mind that, though, like the actual draw 2 is going to be really tough for us to fight through, if they've got 2 of them. Alright, there's our third land. I think we just try to resolve the Liliana here. Definitely our highest upside if we do. Great, 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 great. Okay, so we should be in a pretty decent position now. There goes their mountain. We will pass. All right. I guess I'm going to open up on the collective here. They gonna Illumination in response? Sure. Oh boy, lots of targets here, lots of takes. They've got Bolt and Helix. Settle the Wreckage, which we do not care about. Hieroglyphic Illumination, which we, I guess, do. I think we just take the Illumination here. They cannot cast Bolt and Helix yet together on the same turn, so sure, we'll take Illumination. Now, the big question here is, do we... Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and hit their Sacred Foundry here. So I'm just going to totally empty my hand. Is it the Foundry? So if they go get red so they can Bolt Lily this turn, then they're totally off of white? Yeah, I suppose so. Feels pretty bad to... Yeah, okay, they got the white, sure. So they have 2 burn spells and a Teferi in hand. Feels pretty bad to pitch a to use our trophy on a land when we know they have Teferi. Damn, they rip a land right off the top. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So yeah, feels bad, but what were we going to do? Not take up our Lily? I think that was the play. I think that's what we needed to do. And we draw a land. Pretty rough stuff. There goes Helix, alright. They just planning to tuck the Lily with Teferi? I'm not sure. Or did they find another Helix? They found another Helix, yep. Teferi truly has made these matchups significantly worse for us, in my opinion. Alright, we pretty much need an answer to Teferi now. Inquisition is not it. Inquisition is not it. Alrighty. He ults at 8. Alright, we got one more turn. We got one more turn to find something here. We've got some discard to clear the way for a trophy or a pulse. Either way, it's very bad for us. He's just getting so much advantage off this Teferi, of course, but Twilight Mire is not it. Alright, I'll Inquisition, I guess. Get a little more info. There's a Logic Knot. This is whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent. Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll tick up again. Yep, ticking up again. Okay. Still technically in the game. They played that island, I believe. Okay, Abrupt Decay is not it, so I'm gonna Thought Seize again, I suppose, but I'm probably going to scoop after this. Electrolyze me, sure. Okay, search. Whatever, I guess we keep playing it out, right? My clock is lower, though, so that's a real thing. Tarmogoyf. Well, yeah, okay. I'm pretty fine to scoop there. You can't really beat a Teferi emblem when you're just starting to play the first thing out to board. So, pretty rough. Pretty rough. They had a hand that lined up really well against us with that Bolt for the Ooze and then a lot of really good high-end stuff. They found another Teferi after we took the first one, and then they found a land to cast him right on curve. Like, we just didn't have any breathing room. So, I'm not, you can't get too downhearted about that. You know, Teferi is just a very hard card for us to beat sometimes. But let's see what we can do post-side. So, Choke is good. Obviously, that's what we're here, that's what it's here for, is matches like this. I like Fulminator Mage, and I like Nissa as well. Nissa's very, very good in control matchups in general. We probably do want another Collective Brutality here. It's not necessarily as high of a priority as the others. I would put Maelstrom Pulse and Nile Spellbomb in a similar category. I'll just put all three over here, even though we certainly probably don't want all three. And Kitchen Finks is actually pretty sweet against their deck. I like Finks. So, not too interested in anything else. So we've got a lot of cards that are potentially solid. This is the type of matchup where I like to cut a land. So Blooming Marsh is usually the cut there. And I think we're just looking to cut the narrowest pieces of spot removal. So that would be Fatal Push and Abrupt Decay. Anything else we don't like? I think we can cut away one Scooze here. It's not bad. It's totally fine, but In Kalitas, I wonder about how good Kalitas is. Obviously, it dodges the burn spells pretty well, but what if we... I think we do want a second Maelstrom Pulse, and I do think we want a third Brutality. So what if we take out Kalitas and just play one Spell Bomb? Give something like this a shot? That seems fine. Like, Kalitas is not bad. Kalitas is not bad, but he's just very clunky in terms of resolving him under counter magic sometimes, or just in terms of him taking up a full turn 4. And while he does... I'll keep this in. While he does, like I said, dodge those burn spells pretty well, that's only kind of one axis on which the opposing deck interacts, right? So you could leave the Kalitas or keep him in. Either one would be acceptable in my opinion. So we've got to clear the way for our Bob here. As good as those other two cards are, I think we have to take the Electrolyze. Electrolyze is very, very, very good against Dark Confidant. And right now, Bob running away with the game is our best hope. So, yeah, let's play the Bob. Bob into Lily. Turn 4 Goif seems okay so far. Let's just hope they don't find a burn spell in the first couple turns here. Okay. Sure. Colonnade, you got it. Alright, Bob. Show us the way. Taking 5 off of Nissa is not the way. It is not the way, Bobby. And this is awkward now because I kind of want to fetch Shock here with this Verdant Catacombs. I think I still have to. Wow, that is pretty unbelievable, though. Yeah, if I don't fetch Shock here, I miss out on a lot of efficiency in terms of playing my stuff out on curve. I think Ooze is the worst thing here. I think Ooze is the worst card in my hand. This is going to be pretty insane if they just kind of burn us out after another couple Bob triggers. Finds the Nissa. Come on, Bob. Come on. Alright, Sacred Foundry tapped. And another 3-drop. Man, this is just brutal. Alright, let's game this out. So, running into the problem of my hand just being way too good. I need to try to kill them next turn. I need to try to present lethal next turn. I think that is clear. So if we go... We hit for 2 there at 13. We play the Tracker and the Quagmire. Then next turn, Nissa is not lethal. What if we play Goif into Quagmire? Hit them for 2 there at 13. Next turn, we are hitting them for still not quite lethal. So either way, Nissa is not lethal next turn. So what does that make us want to do here? I guess that means we want to play Tireless Tracker instead of Tarmogoyf. So, Tracker. Quagmire. I still don't know what to discard here. Take the Lily up. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I think this is too good to ditch, so I guess we just ditch the Tarmogoyf. I can't believe how painful these Dark Confidant triggers have been. We've taken 8 damage off of 2 triggers. Okay, what do you have? Electrolyze. Yeah, buddy. Okay, well, there we go, Bob. There we go. We just play the Nissa, right? We just shock in and play the Nissa. Discard this Overgrown Tomb. Oh, shoot. Misclick. Wow. Okay. My apologies, folks. I obviously needed to discard the Blooming Marsh there in order to play the Nissa. That is just very, very bad. Very bad play. Crack a clue. Tireless Tracker. Well, this has just gone from bad to worse in terms of my sequencing. This is what I get for talking too much while I play. Alright, well, we can at least trophy this Teferi that they're going to play next turn, I assume. And then we can Lily ult, so... Yep. You got it. Huh. So... they're going to tuck her instead? Well, that makes sense. Now... I think I still have to trophy this Teferi, though, because we just need to end the game as quickly as possible. So I cannot afford to take a turn off to attack the Teferi with Confidant or Hissing Quagmire. We just need these Confidant triggers to be pretty painless. Thoughtseize is a pretty bad one, because it does do 1 to us, and it's pretty much uncastable. We can't just be dead to a burn spell here. So yeah, it's just Liliana. Just a Nissa, excuse me. Just the Nissa. Alright, well. We'll see how far this gets us. I kind of expect to be dead next turn, one way or another, even if they just have a burn spell to the face and then a Bob trigger finishes us off, something like that. Definitely, Now, if I had... There's a Teferi, sure. Ticking up. So they could have anything here now. They're going to have Cryptic Command, potentially. They might just have a burn spell to finish us off if we go to 2, which we do. Yeah. So I guess we'll Inquisition at least, because then we can untap that land again. With Nissa. Logic not. Okay, well, they are just dead unless they cycle into something. So let's fire this up. Am I supposed to fire up the Quagmire too? I think so, because if they cycle into like a Path to Exile or a burn spell, well, if they cycle into a burn spell, I'm dead. But yeah, let's fire up the Quagmire as well. Alright, so if they cycle into a path, we have lethal. They cycle into like a Terminus or something, we were dead anyway. Come on. One time whiff. We did it! We did it! Despite some extraordinarily painful Dark Confidant triggers, despite me discarding the wrong land and not being able to play my Nissa on curve, we still got there. Well, I don't know if I deserved that win, to be honest. Maybe I did, because like we had a sorry about that. We had a strong enough hand to put the game away. The Confidant triggers were a little absurd early on. Yeah, hand's fine. It's not that exciting, but it's fine. That's exciting. Dark Confidant's a good draw. We can clear the way for him with an Inquisition, at least potentially. So we're looking at Negate, Search, and Snap. Well, they're all good takes. They're all very reasonable takes. I think we should... I think we should take the Search for Escanta, though. We just don't have a clean answer to it anymore. With having taken out our Abrupt Decay, like, we can still hit it with a Maelstrom Pulse, but of course we don't have that in hand. We don't have Fields of Ruin yet. Like, that card is going to just bury us over the course of a long game, and that would have been a great turn 2 play for them. And since they don't have that, they just pass. Of course, taking Snapcaster is never bad in a fair, grindy matchup. That would have been fine. They have like a Logic Knot here or something. Because I certainly would have taken that if they had it. Yep, that's pretty rough. Pretty rough. Really needed that Bob to resolve. Play out the use. I'm going to cycle that Illumination. Interesting. Alright, we'll go fetch. Do I want to start eating away at the graveyard? I guess I do. So we'll just get a forest. Okay, that's a fine one. Let's go ahead and attack first here. And I guess we just jam this Lily here. If she eats the negate, it clears the way for our Nissa next turn. Cryptic Command, yep, that's pretty rough. Okay, you got it. So we're just on the Grizzly Bear plan for now. Keep eating away at this graveyard. Nile Spellbomb. Alright, well. Certainly better to play that than to run a Nissa out into a known negate. So we'll be playing that card here. I don't know if we want to crack it quite yet. I don't think so. I think we're just supposed to be playing on the slow side here, slow rolling a few things. Cryptic Command, Bouncing Ooze, drawing a card. Well, I'll leave the enchantment in there for future Goyf growth. But then again, maybe we're just supposed to cantrip here. Yeah, I think we can keep this around for a bit. Oh man, just not drawing the the greatest things, that is for sure. We're going to try the use again. And I guess now these swamps don't really do anything for us, so I'm going to just hold on to those for the usual reasons. The lack of action has really been hurting us over the last few turns. Keep their graveyard nice and clear. This does give them a window to potentially, you know, burn spell. Yep, that's fine. Dark Confidant, sweet. Good draw, good draw. Now I'm very glad that we slow rolled the spell bomb so that we can blank a Snapcaster for Electrolyze. They just have another Electrolyze naturally. This is insane. Okay, you got it. That was just so bad for us, them having both of those Electrolyzes. And a Teferi. Yup. Do I need to dig with the spell bomb? That's the question. I think I do now. Yep. Inquisition. Well, this might at least let us resolve the Nissa. That would be really good, actually. But if they've got another Cryptic command, we are just in trouble. Assassin's Trophy. Okay, that's a good draw. So let's Inquisition. Hopefully they don't have Cryptic, they just have Negate. They have Negate, double Snap. Sure. That's pretty bad, actually, because Teferi with his untapped mode. Teferi just gets to protect himself really well here, huh? So if we take away the negate, they snap negate whatever we do. If we take away a snap, they will just have the ability to, you know, cast a negate normally and then snap another one back. Oof. Pretty rough. So I guess we take the negate. And I guess we play a land, hoping to double spell next turn. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that they had Electrolyze into this stuff that just kind of perfectly protects everything they're doing here. Do we go for the trophy now? I don't know. Probably. Just because we kind of need a live top deck to be good anyway. So we'll just kind of make them snap negate. Yep, you got it. Maelstrom Pulse. Okay, that's a clean answer to the Teferi. Sweet. Alright, so Nissa returning a permanent next turn is potentially live. So I guess we play out the swamp. Colonnade, you got it. Man, we're just one mana shy of having these double spell turns for so long. So many times we've just been that little bit too shy. And hey, we resolved the Nissa, so that's definitely step one. Now, she will die next turn to Snap plus Colonnade beats, so I think I have to tick her down at this point, unfortunately. And what do we want? Probably either Skoos or Confidant. I think we just need a creature, frankly. And I'll take the Bob. This also will give them some interesting decisions next turn in terms of how to attack and all that if they don't just have a burn spell for the Bob. Bob is certainly a little high risk, high reward here, that is for sure, but I don't think the Skoos does all that much for us. Okay, here comes the Colonnade. Okay, looks like Snap is coming at me. Colonnade at Nissa. I think I have to let these through. Alright, Bobby, show us something real good. Okay. Well, how on earth did my clock get so low? I am just talking too much, huh? Alright, Lily's negated. There's a Goyf. Okay, well, I still don't expect to win this, but we're making them have some more things, that is for sure. Doesn't look like they're going to get in with the Colonnade this turn. Supreme Verdict, yep. Okay. Oh, right on cue, the Thoughtseize. Well, not much we can do here besides pass. Yep. I think we had to extend into the 2-for-2 with Verdict. Electrolyze, man, these Electrolyzes are so good against a Dark Confidant build. I'm not used to them being good against me on Tasigur, but hey. And they've got the Teferi. Yeah, I'm afraid we are pretty much beaten here. They are down to 7, you know, but... Not good, my friends, not good. Okay, here comes the Colonnade for 4. I don't know what our outs are at this point, but might as well play it out. I've got 5 cards in hand. Tireless Tracker is a Magic the Gathering card, that is for sure. Let's play her. See if she resolves. I don't think I can even lead on the Thoughtseize at this point, then I'm just dead to a burn spell. Same reason I don't think I can fetch. I just have to play the Blooming Marsh. Path to Exile, huh? Well, that'll pretty much wrap it up. We are just dead unless we draw a... Oh, I got no basics left, yep. Unless we just draw something to hit the colonnade here, but I don't see us really winning from this point anyway, and Maelstrom Pulse will not do it. Alright, well, we got Teferied. We got Teferied. Teferi is definitely a big boogeyman for us. We can beat him, we have the tools to beat him, but kind of coming at the right places at the right times in their progressions. Certainly a really tough one for us to overcome. So we were not able to do that here. A little bit unfortunate. I think they honestly had really good draws all 3 games. Draws that lined up particularly well against our specific stuff. The Electrolyzes especially seemed to come at just the right times for them. So, yeah, I definitely made a misplay game 2 by not... by picking the wrong land and not being able to play the Nissa on curve. So that was at least one mistake that that ironically didn't cost us. That was the one game we came away with, right? So yeah, let's cast our Thoughtseize just to see what else they have in hand, and then we're gonna scoop it up. Yeah, not sure if I could have sequenced anything differently here in game 3. But yeah, they got us. So anyway, good games, well played. Jeskai Control is still a tough one. We didn't really see, we didn't really see anything too spectacular. Like, we didn't have great tracker value. Our Bobs didn't stick around all that much, except in the game we won. And we're not able to fully leverage Lilies either. So, yeah, if we're just kind of trying to trade one for one, I think Jeskai is gonna usually win that. So they got us. Good games, well played to the opponent. And as always, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned to the channel. Hopefully our replays will be back soon. But until then, we can keep looking at some live league matches like this. I will see you for the next video, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.